Hello and welcome to the Splashtop Remote Support video demo. My name is Trevor and I will be going over everything you need to know about Splashtop Remote Support today. I will go over what the product is, how to use it, how to get it set up, and how to manage all of your users and computers. For any questions regarding this video, you can email us at sales@splashtop.com or call us at the number provided at the end of the video. So what is Splashtop Remote Support? Splashtop Remote Support is a remote access solution that you can use to access your client and end user computers to provide them with support and maintenance. Here is how you can set up Splashtop Remote Support. To get started, there are two applications you need to be aware of that both need to be installed to properly set up Splashtop Remote Support. The first is the Splashtop Business app. That's this app right here and what I have opened on my computer. The Splashtop Business app is what we call the client app. This is the application that you will use to remote into your endpoint computers. It's what you will install on your devices. The Splashtop Business app can be downloaded and installed on any computer, tablet, or smartphone device that runs on Windows, Mac, iOS, or an Android operating system. And you will also be able to use a Chrome web browser to initiate a remote session. Next is the Splashtop Streamer. This is the application that will be installed on the endpoint computers that you will need to manage, the ones that you will be remoting into. This Splashtop Streamer application is available for Windows and Mac computers. So let's get started on how to set those both up. First, when you create your Splashtop account, when you're signing up for a trial or purchasing Splashtop Remote Support, you will be able to log into your Splashtop account. You can click this button on our website or go directly to my.splashtop.com. When you're logged in, you will see a page that looks like this, and you will see a purple button right here. Click this button and you will download the Splashtop Business app. The app can also be downloaded from the App Store on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. To deploy the Splashtop Streamer to the computers you need to have access to, under the Management tab here, you'll click Deployment. Here you can create your deployment package. You can also view previous ones that I've created. Click Deployment Package, enter the name, enter the settings that you want, hit Create. And then you will see your custom deployment package in this list. When you're ready to deploy it, click Deploy. And you have two options here. You can either share this link to your end users and they will click it, which will automatically install the Splashtop Streamer on their computer. Or you can choose to download the installer yourself and distribute it however you choose. Once you have installed the Splashtop Business app and the Splashtop Streamer on all the necessary devices, you should be able to open the Splashtop Business app and see the list of computers that you have access to. So this is my account that I'm logged into right now, and you can see all of the computers that have my streamer installed. So I have access to all these computers. Now before I start a session, let's go over the two types of remote access capabilities that are included with Splashtop Remote Support. With Splashtop Remote Support, you have unattended access and attended access. So unattended access means that the endpoint computer, quite frankly, can be unattended. No one has to be there. The reason why no one has to be there is because that computer has the Splashtop Streamer installed. With that application installed, you can just select their computer from your list, click Connect, and you'll connect instantly. No one needs to be present. The other type of remote access, attended, means that an end user has to be present. And this can be done even without the Splashtop Streamer installed, but that's also why the end user needs to be present. They need to essentially help you initiate the remote session. So to make that happen, all you would need to do is direct them to go to sos.splashtop.com. By doing that, they will be given a 9-digit session code, which they can then give to you. Within the Splashtop Business app, click this SOS button, click Connect to User's Device, type in that session code, and then you will be connected to their computer. Those are the two types of remote access that you have available to you with Splashtop Remote Support. Now let's start a session and go over the key features included in this product. So here are the key features that you have with Splashtop Remote Support. Like I said in the beginning of this video, there will be tools and features available to you while in a session and out of a session. So first, we'll show you the features in session. To start a session, I have the Splashtop Business app opened. I'm going to select this computer and click this button right here to connect. I am now remotely accessing this computer. I can see this screen as if I was sitting right in front of it. I can open up any of their applications. I can see any of their files and open anything, just like as if I was sitting in front of this computer in person. So to access your tools and features, up here you can see the toolbar. This is where everything is at. First, on the very left, this is the disconnect button. You'll click when you are done. This first button allows you to switch between monitors. So right now, the computer I am accessing actually has a dual monitor display. I'm viewing just one of the monitors right now. You can see I can click to view the other one. And we also allow you to view multiple monitors at once. So you have two options for that. You can either view that in one window. So you can see I am viewing both monitors at once. Or you can do all monitors multi-window. So if I had a dual monitor display also, I could drag one of these to my other monitor and be able to view true multi-to-multi monitor. So let's switch back just to one really quick. Moving on, right here you have several view options. You can scale the size of the remote screen, you can change the frame rate, you can choose to show or hide the remote cursor. This is the full screen button. This button right here is Control-Alt-Delete for the remote computer. So for example, if you wanted to access the task manager, you would just click that. There you go. You have a few actions within this button right here. You can blank the remote screen, so that way they won't be able to see what you're doing. You can lock their keyboard and mouse so they can't mess around while you're remoting in. You can paste clipboard as keystrokes. And then with this button right here, Share My Desktop, you can share essentially your desktop, what you're doing, to any participant that you share the link to. So click this, it'll generate a link. Share that link to anyone that you want to watch what you're doing, and they'll be able to view it in real time. Next, this is our file transfer button. It's a really easy function. You just select the files that you want transferred between devices. And finally, this is our chat function up here. Let's type in a message. And that will open up a chat window on their remote computer. So they're seeing this right now. And they can type a message back to me right here, and this is how we can communicate. So those are all of the in-session features that you have available to you in the toolbar right here. There's also a few other features that we list out on our Splashtop Remote Support website, so if you want to check those out, go to the website and you can read up more on those. Now I'm going to end the session. And now I'm going to show you some of the features that you have available to you while out of the session. So as you can see, I'm still in the Splashtop Business app and I still have this computer highlighted. I have a couple options here. First, this is another chat function. Just like the other one, you can initiate a chat session while out of a remote session though. So type the message. The remote computer will see this. When you click to disconnect, you have the option to save the chat log. Keep that for your records. This is the remote command prompt. This is one of our premium features, so you need the Splashtop Remote Support Premium package to have access to this. Basically, you can start a remote command session and send commands to the remote computer, and I can go more into that during the premium section of this video. Again, when you disconnect, you can choose to save the log. This little gear icon right here gives you information about the computer, so you can see the device name, the Splashtop streamer version, IP address, if the end user is actively using the computer, the date and time of the last remote session, and the status of the computer. You can also change the resolution for when you remote into the computer, and you have a few actions down here. You can clear credentials, delete computer from your list, restart their Splashtop streamer, and you can perform a remote reboot. You can do a normal reboot or a reboot into safe mode. So those are all of the key access features included with Splashtop Remote Support. Next, we will go into the user and computer management features that we have within our admin console. This is the computer and user management section of the Splashtop Remote Support demo. So as you can see, I'm logged into my Splashtop account at the my.splashtop.com site. This is essentially the home page. It's also the computers tab right here. On this page, you can see a list of all of your computers that you have access to. These are all of the computers that have the one of your Splashtop streamers installed. One of the great things about Splashtop, like I've mentioned, is the grouping aspect. So you can see I have all of my computers organized into groups. I can change to group view. This is essential for organizing and finding where your computers are when you need to get access to it immediately. Moving on, and again, this is the centralized admin console that you will get with your Splashtop Remote Support account. Up here, this is the Devices tab. These are all of the devices that have the Splashtop Business app installed. So these are the devices you and your free secondary users are using to remote into your computers. So through here, you can easily manage those. Moving along, this is the Logs tab. Here you can view logs of all of your sessions. So right now I am looking at all of the unintended remote access sessions that have occurred within my account the past 7 days. You can also view logs for file transfer history, chat sessions. This history log just shows you what's going on within your account. So for example, if I created a deployment package or if I altered some settings for my account, that will show up here. And then I briefly showed you the remote command feature, but here I will be able to view the logs for that. And then another one of our premium features is customizable alerts, and I'll be able to view the logs for that here. And again, in the next section, I will go over all the premium features. Over here is our management tab. First, we'll look at users. So these are people that you are essentially giving permission to remote access computers in your account. So this is essential if you have fellow team members that are performing support with you. Then what you can do is you can invite them, clicking this button here, and they will be able to create their secondary user account. And one of the great things about this is that you can group your users together. So as you can see, these are some of my local fellow team members that have groups into this group right here. With this little gear icon, I can edit their access permissions. So I can give the people in this group access to either all of the computers in my account, or I can give them access to specific groups or just specific computers. And then with this gear icon right here for each individual member, I can individually edit their access permissions. Using this function, this is also how you're going to be able to resell remote access. So if you want to resell remote access to your end users, all you would need to do is have them create this secondary user account. So you invite them, and then you can either group them into your secondary users or just have them alone, edit their access permission, and give them permission to access only their remote computer. And that's how you can resell remote access. This is very valuable for our customers in that they're very easily to manage large operations. Maybe they're managing multiple clients, multiple computers, and they have different team members who are managing those accounts. So using this user computer management and grouping features, you'll be able to easily keep all of that organized. Let's move on to all computers. page is similar to this computers tab. It's just showing you a little bit more information. You can see the streamer version, IP address, last time the computer was online. And then I'll go into this more. With this gear icon right here, you have a lot of additional features for you, including several of the premium ones. And again, I'll go into that in the next section. All devices, similar to the device tab, but again, you get some more details. Deployment, we already went over. That's how you're going to deploy your Splashtop streamer. So right now, I'm logged into my account at my.splashtop.com, and I click the Premium tab. That takes me to this page. Now, with this page, you can see our premium features, and this essentially just lets you view tutorial videos on how to use each of these features. I'm going to show you right now just a little briefly how to get into these features, but if you ever needed a refresher, you can always click this tab when you're logged in and watch these videos at any time. Let's start with alerts. Under the Management tab, I can go to Alert Profiles. Here I can create and edit custom alerts. By doing this, I will be able to monitor things such as computer status, software installation, memory usage, and I'll show you all of those. And whenever an alert is triggered, I can receive a notification via this web console or by email. So you can create a profile, you just give it a name, call it test. Using this drop down here, select a different type of alert. So I already listed a few of these off, but there's CPU utilization, memory usage, disk space, computer online, computer offline, whether software has been installed or uninstalled, Windows update or available updates. And for each of these alerts, you have several options where you can edit the threshold, exactly what will trigger the alert. Once that's done, you would click Save, and your alert would show up right here. You're able to create as many alerts as you want, so if you're managing different computers that have different needs, you can set up different alerts, and you can assign them. So click this button here to assign that alert to specific groups of computers or just computers. Again, this is where the grouping feature can come in handy. Moving along, we are going to go into the Windows Update feature. So as many IT personnel probably know, keeping Windows updated is essential for security and performance. So as I mentioned earlier, a lot of those premium features can be found right here under Management, All Computers. I'm going to scroll down to the computer I remoted into earlier and click this gear icon. Under Premium, you can see this Check for Updates button. Here I can see the OS version of the computer, the last time it was updated. I can view the update history by clicking that button right there. I can see the status of the computer, and I can see the update policy. So for this computer, it should install updates automatically. I can choose to check for updates whenever I want. And I have a few options down here. So as you can see, it looks like there are a few updates available. I can choose to push those updates right now, so I am in control of that. I can select these settings to restart the computer, either after the updates are installed or just at a specific time. I can put a delay on it, and I can set up an email alert in case something goes wrong. Next premium feature, let's talk about System Inventory. And Management, All Computers. Gear icon, System Inventory. You can either go out and click the gear icon to go into each of these, or you can see these are essentially all of those premium features also. So System Inventory. Select the date or time you want to view the snapshot for, hit Apply. And you can view 3 different reports here: System, Hardware, and Software. This gives you vital information about the computer. And one of the most valuable things about this feature is that you can compare snapshots. So if I wanted to see if anything has changed from today to last week, maybe last week the computer's running fine and today there are problems, I can click to compare snapshots so I can see side by side if anything has changed. I can also, instead of comparing the snapshots, I can view the change log. So this will show me specifically what has changed on that computer during the time frame that I select. Moving right along, we are now at event logs. Management, all computers, gear icon, view event logs. So usually you would need to remote into the computer to be able to view the event logs, but with this nifty feature, you can do that even while you're not in a remote session. So just set your search criteria right here, click retrieve, and here are all the event logs for that remote computer. Again, you did not need to remote into it, you can just view it through this feature. Lastly, we have the remote command prompt. I briefly showed you this. So this feature will allow you to send commands to the remote computer's command prompt in the background. So you can run command line or terminal commands. Let's show you how to do that again really quick. I'm going to open the Splashtop Business app, click the remote command button, and the session is started. I would just type in my commands right here and push them through the computer. Let's talk about the security features. I'm at www.splashtop.com/security-features. So you can go to this page at any time so you can review our security features. We pride ourselves on our secure infrastructure, so you can be rest assured knowing that all of your data will be safe, and we also keep our infrastructure protected from intrusion, so there is minimal downtime, so you can always have Splashtop running at 100% whenever you need it. Multiple features we have, and a lot of these you can control, so you can choose to turn on and off a lot of these features. For example, we have device authentication, so whenever you log into the Splashtop Business app from a new device, you can have that authenticated, and you can also set up two-step or two-factor authentication. You can have multi-level password security, and then I showed you some of the in-session security features like blanking the remote screen. And every remote session file transfer, it's all protected with AES 256-bit encryption. You can also read more by clicking here about our government standards and regulation compliance. And finally, let's talk about support. So support with Splashtop is easy. When you're on our website, you can see this help button right here. Click that, it will take you to our Knowledge Center homepage. So you are using Splashtop Remote Support. You would click this little business icon. Here you can enter in your questions. We have lots of information here, so odds are if you have a question or a problem, we've answered it before, and you can find that in here. You can also submit new questions to our support team at any time through this online web portal, and our team is very good about responding to those in a timely and helpful manner. Also, just want to show you in the my.splashtop site, I'm going to log back in really quick. You can see there's a little help widget right here. Again, you can just type anything in there and get help, ask for support. You can also call us. So let me go back to the remote support page. We list our support line on our website, so you can see it right here, 408-610-1631. You can call our support line at any time during normal business hours, so that's Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 Pacific time. And if we're not available, if it's outside of those hours, again, you can submit a question online through our support site. So that is it for our Splashtop Remote Support demo video. I hope this was helpful and educational. If you have any questions regarding this video or this product, again, you can email us at sales@splashtop.com, or you can call us at our sales number. Just like with support, we're always available during our normal business hours, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 Pacific time. The number is 408-886-7177. Thank you.